Greetings. I'm here to do my debrief on my shadow of the week. My shadow of the week is something like Shop My Stash or Makeup Bag of the Week. I pick some eyeshadow colors that I want to work with, and then I kind of organize the rest of my makeup kit around that. At the end of the week, I get on and do a little what I call debrief. I talk about the products that I liked and the products that I didn't like and how I learned to use them. I give a little tutorial showing my favorite look, and I also tuck in the other looks for the week. Last week I focused on 3 Halloween collections, one by Fyrinnae, one by Pumpkin and Puppy, and one by Glamour Doll Eyes. There were a lot of shadows, and so I didn't really feel like I got to the bottom of them, but I identified some that I really enjoyed and some that kind of baffled me and that were outside my comfort zone a little. So this week I decided to focus particularly on those that had given me some pause, where I would say, it's not that I didn't like the color, it was that it was outside my comfort zone. I didn't quite know what to do with it. So let me walk through and show you those pigments. The first is this pigment, Corpse-like, which I kind of described as serviceable. I just didn't know what to really make of it. I was putting it kind of all over the eye, but I found a way that I really like Corpse-like, so that is one. The second one was Gruesome. And Gruesome, I think, is a beautiful color. I just didn't know what to do with the pink for the fall. I was kind of baffled. I was like, okay, it's fall and I'm trying to work with pink. I don't quite get it. The last color to stymie me was the one that really stymied me the most, and it's this absolutely vibrant blue. So I was like, holy cow. What in the world do I do with those colors? So I'm going to do a look today that uses Corpse-like, that uses Sleepy Hollow, this vibrant blue, and that uses Gruesome, the pink. 2 of them are Glamour Doll Eyes. One is Fyrinnae. I will be blending in some Pumpkin and Poppy to make the look work. Before I begin, let me tell you what I've done. Not going to wear any foundation. Haven't been. For whatever reason, I haven't been in a foundation mood. I'm just not wearing it. I do have Tarte's the eraser around the eye as usual because I like to use that as almost a treatment. The first thing I'm going to use is this Philosophy blush. It is a cream blush and it's called Lit From Within. These were those blushes that were on sale at Big Lots with some other product. And this particular shade is Bare Your Soul, and I've only applied this one with my fingers so it doesn't have all the little brush hairs. I did find that if I tried to apply these Philosophy cream blushes with a brush, it is a brush hair eater. Next I'm going to contour. I'm going to go ahead and use Betty Luminizer, the Bronzing Bandit from The Balm. The Balm is not a natural company, but a lot of times their formulations are pretty good. For example, their eyeshadows, if you look at the Shady Lady collections, have no phenoxyethanol. Their Meet Matte collection does. So I just have to kind of watch. This particular product doesn't. It does have silicone in it. I am not completely natural. I try to go paraben-free, and I'm pretty much paraben-free. I really try to cut down on the amount of phenoxyethanol. I would love to be phenoxyethanol-free, but it's almost impossible because it's in so many products. I do use that as a marker. If something has phenoxyethanol, I try not to buy it. But if you look, for example, at Bumble and Bee, you'll see someone whose list looks much different than mine. She, for example, isn't a fan of 100% pure because of the japonica, and also she has issues with the way that they list their ingredients. I really like 100% pure. So I think when you're looking at the natural organic world, you're going to see a range of tolerance levels. For me, it's like a McDonald's hamburger. If I ate hamburgers every single day from McDonald's, I would get fat and I would get unhealthy. It would not be good for me. It would clog my arteries. All sorts of bad things would happen. However, if on occasion I go to McDonald's and I have a hamburger, I'm not going to go up a dress size and I'm not going to kill myself. If I were vegetarian, of course, I'd have to choose something other than a hamburger. But you get the point. The point is that it is, for me at least, the amounts of this stuff that we're taking in and layering. We are using a lot of convenience cosmetics in the same way that as a nation we started using convenience foods, and then we kind of have to deal with the fallout from it. So I'm trying to get myself off of convenience cosmetics. The other thing about Bumble and Bee, and I really love that blog, I urge you to go look at it, is that she doesn't use any of these flying kind of pigment. She goes for creams. I think that's probably really smart. I think someday I'm going to wake up and say, I shouldn't have inhaled all those pigments. I keep saying I'm waiting for that day. I don't know yet whether that's the case or not. What I'm reading is that it's the really, really finely milled, almost nanopigments that are at issue, but, you know, do we know? Not really. Ooh, long digression. Let me get on with Betty Luminizer. There it is. I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush. I know a lot of people didn't really care for this brush. I like it okay. I find myself reaching for it to do my contouring. Okay, time to start on the eyes. I've already curled my eyelashes, so I'm not going to need that. So when the time comes to curl eyelashes, I'll skip that. I sometimes feel like when I curl my eyelashes after I've done my eye makeup, I just mess up my eye makeup. I'm going to start with the All Natural Face Vegan Eyeshadow Primer and just put that on the lid. I'm also going to put some right under the eye. The first color I'm going to go for is Corpse Like. Corpse Like is this whitish yellow color, and I'm going to put a fairly heavy layer of that right on the lid. And now it gets scary. I'm going to go ahead and take this color Gruesome, just that pink shadow from Glamour Doll Eyes. Just got a bit in the lid. Taking an angle brush, and I'm going to just ever so gingerly kind of stamp that right across the crease. Actually right above the crease. Next I'm going to take this brush by Ulta and just blend that down. Here's where the Pumpkin and Poppy shade comes in. I'm going to use this matte mauve from Pumpkin and Poppy, and this is called Garden and Magic. I really like this particular shade because it's very workable. You can use it to tone down a look because it's matte and it's medium range and it's mauve. It seems to be very workable. I can work it in with lots of different colors, and I find that for working on this crease area and giving it some dimension, it's a really useful shade. I'm going to take the same brush, that angle brush, and I'm just going to add that into the crease. And same thing, that Ulta brush, and blend. While I have Garden of Magic out, I'm going to go ahead and put that right under the lower lash line. Time to get scarier still. I'm going to take that same angle brush. It still has the mauve and the pink colors on it. And I just want to get a tiny, tiny bit of Sleepy Hollow from the lid. I'm going to put it right here in the V. And now we need to blend again. And because that whole process kind of took away some of my corpse-like, I'm just going to go back over and add a little bit more corpse-like. Just to make it a little bit smoother there. Next, I'm going to take that blue Sleepy Hollow and I'm going to get really crazy. I'm going to foil it, which will make it even more intense. To foil, I'm using this Foiled Again mixing medium from Pumpkin and Poppy. Again, there's one of these foiling mediums from Glamour Doll Eyes, but that one has parabens. I choose to use the one that doesn't have parabens. I'm going to go ahead and line right on the outside here. And then pull it in, just kind of a little mini V. There it is, sitting right in there. And I'm going to take this Laranine brush now, which is a real fine blender, and see if I can just blend down these colors a bit. So here's the look. Next, I'm going to take this Smashbox Push brush, and I'm just going to push some black gel liner close to the lash line. I don't want to add a liner, I just want my lashes to look a little thicker. Time for mascara. I'm a fan of 100% Pure in Black Tea. For highlighter under the brow bone, I'm going to use this fusion of color pigment called Awake. This is one of their correctors, and I really like to use it to highlight here, and the outer corner. That's what I'll do right now. For blush, I'm going to go ahead and take this right here, just swirl my brush into it and tap. What this is a bunch of Bare Minerals blushes that I had around in the kind of smaller sizes, and I wasn't using them at all. So I went ahead and just pressed them into one palette, and I'm just going to sweep across that with my brush and use that. This brush has no product. I just want to use it to kind of blend that out a bit. I also really needed to blend the Betty Luminizer a little, so blend them both. Yes, that's better. I'm going to highlight the cheeks. I'm going to go ahead and use this Lady of Light. I just got this in the new Pumpkin and Poppy One Ring collection. I'm going to use the fusion of color in light yellow. I've mixed this with a Very Fair foundation. For lip color, I am going to use 100% Pure in the shade Fig. There it is. Okay, that is my look with my 3 outside my comfort zone colors. The ones that I was kind of like, gee, I don't know what to do with. One was Corpse-like. One was Gruesome, because I wasn't certain how to make that a fall shade. And the other was Sleepy Hollow, this vibrant blue, which I've just used just the tiniest bit of. The main thing that I think made this all come together to create an okay fall look was the mauve that I was able to use, the Garden of Magic from Pumpkin and Poppy, which drew it all into a less spring-like direction. It is still kind of springy, but I feel like I can get away with it for the fall. That's it for my debrief of my shadow of the week. I'll be picking a new shadow of the week tomorrow. I've enjoyed playing with these Halloween colors and challenging myself to step outside my comfort zone. I think as we grow older, I'm 53, I just feel like it's really important to challenge ourselves to step outside the box a little, push ourselves to do new and different things. Thank you so much for watching. Make it a great week. Bye.